everybody, Pandi here. Good evening and welcome. I'm Pandi of Pandi's Hair, Candy, and More. If this is your first time stopping by my channel, welcome. If you are a returning subscriber, you already know what it is. You are chat family over here. Kick back, grab your refreshments, and enjoy the ride. Over here, for the most part, I do talk about hair, both wigs as well as my natural hair care journey. I also do product reviews as well as TV show reviews. I also do some other random things like you may see me with a guest panelist on during a live broadcast, or you may see me on one of my more fun, quirkier nights where I'm hosting a game night, hence the name Pandi's Hair Candy and More. It is a wide paintbrush stroke of content that you may see over here. So I welcome you. I invite you to sit down, relax. If you watch the show, definitely drop down in the comments. Let me know what your thoughts are. Um, you know, feel free to give dialogue and comment down below. Also, please take a moment to smash that like button for your girl, or as we like to say over here, blow dry on that like button, okay? Um, and please share, and if you really enjoy the content, take a moment and subscribe. Um, what I will be talking about on tonight, as you can tell from the thumbnail, I am going to be giving commentary and my review on this current new trending show that is currently being featured on the Oprah Winfrey Network, better known as OWN. It is titled Cherish the Day. It is a fairly new show and I'm really enjoying it. It's really hot, guys. Um, yeah, I don't want to give too much. I'm going to go ahead and get right into this commentary and give you all my review and my perspective. And I welcome you all to jump down in the comments and let me know what your thoughts are. Are you enjoying the show? Are you following it? What did you see? Did I leave anything out thus far and this far? Okay, so episode 2 is titled Synthesis, and it is season 1, episode 2 of Cherish the Day, Synthesis. So the episode basically begins with us seeing Gently and one of her homegirls cruising through LA. Apparently 1 year has passed since her and Evan met, and she bounced and, left him stranded in Carson. That first date did not go well at all, guys. As they're cruising, she apologizes to her friend for being late. She's like, it's just that easy to walk away from Miss Luma. Or it's just not that easy to walk away from Miss Luma, who was played by Cicely Tyson. Next, we see Evan at some sort of art showing. Gently and her friend walk in, and Gently immediately spots Evan in the crowd. Now, keep in mind, their first and last interaction did not end well. She left him stranded. Remember, he went to go help her pick up a refrigerator from Carson. Now, I don't know if you're from the West Coast or not, but from Carson to LA is not a short distance. And then his brand new Tesla was parked in the hood in front of her crib, and he had to basically Uber or Lyft all the way back to get it. So it did not end well for them. Now, Evan then spots her, and his mood immediately changes. What's funny is about this moment, is that he tells his homeboy, who I believe is his brother-in-law, if I'm not mistaken, Carson. It's like they've already came up with a code word for the situation. Um, and the brother-in-law picks up on it, and he she refers to him. No, I'm sorry, y'all, I'm jumping ahead. When she spots Evan, she tells her homegirl Stanford, which was the school he went to. So it's funny because she also came up with the code word for him. Okay? Now, putting into context that they both come from two totally different backgrounds. So his homie glances over at Gently and says, she's not your type anyway. Evan's like, wait, I don't have a type. And his homie is like, yes, you do. Of course you do. Rich Ivy League sorority girl. You most definitely got a type. And she ain't it. He tells him, come on, man, let's bounce. Evan is torn, telling his friend, you gotta admit there's something about her. He clearly is still attracted and intrigued with Gently. And Gently's friend is no better. She's peeking over there talking about he's looking and giving her Silicon Valley Drake tease. So clearly Gently is also still attracted and curious about Evan. Now her and her friend go over the fact that they're almost 30 and he's gainfully employed, designer everything from head to toe, drives a Tesla, and no baby mamas. Gently asks, girl, what is wrong with you? Evan is starstruck, gazing over in Gently's direction, so much so that his friend realizes that he's not paying any attention to anything that he said. Finally, he makes his way over to her in the gallery and jokingly tells her, apology accepted. She then tells him that she accepts his as well. He's like, wow, you just don't give an inch. They joke for a little bit, and they kind of catch up over small talk, just idle small talk. And he asks her how she's been, and she shares that she's been to Tanzania and all. Now, Evan goes as far as to ask, oh, I'm sorry, even goes as far as to ask him if he's not stalking her Instagram anymore. At which point, he sternly lets her know that he canceled that on his way back to Carson. Or on his way back from Carson. Because remember, that's where she left him stranded at. So she casually brags on what she's been doing in Tanzania. He shares that he took a cruise with his family. They catch up over over the artwork, and her friend Rika casually walks up and interrupts them, and they bid their farewells. Now, before Gently leaves, she invites him to a bowling alley that they'll be at later. Now, of course, Evan shows up, and they basically make a date night out of it. They're bowling. There's a couple of more friends there. They're just kind of hanging out, young people enjoying one another's company at the bowling alley. He offers to treat them to something from the snack bar and instrolls one of Gently's exes, Ty. He was being all extra physical with her. He came up and nuzzled her all on her neck and was feeling all up on her, and Evan peeped it, but he didn't trip. When Gently steps away to go to the bathroom, of course that was a ploy to go sneak off and holler at him real quick, she meets up with Ty back by the bathroom while Rika gives Evan the friend test. You see, they're friends from high school. They go way back, so she figures she's going to pick him for information to see what really went down over this year. Apparently, Ty was always just a booty call, never anything serious. He's quizzing her on Evan and tells her she knows where to find him. As she's walking back to their lane, she stops at the snack bar to pick up food herself. Now, Evan, being the gentleman that he is, he gets up to help her take the load off her hands when some teens run right across his path, causing him to fall, and it looks like a pretty bad fall. He's complaining about his ankle. So they rush him to the hospital, and he's apparently thinking that he broke his ankle. They joked about the possibility of a real second and third date. Of course, they spend hours in the waiting room at the hospital, and it's literally getting dark. Ty texts her in the hospital waiting room. Now, Evan tries to ignore the text, and so does she. They then both start joking about this Jamaican couple that's sitting across from them in the hospital waiting room. They try to make humor out of the situation. And she's just basically keeping him company while he's waiting to be seen at this emergency room. Um, it's more small talk and catching up on all of her travels. He tells her that he does plan to travel as well eventually one day. And he also shares more about the business that he plans to open. It's a positive affirmations app, which is pretty interesting. I thought it was pretty cool. She leaves when they finally arrive to wheel him to the back, and it's clear that they really don't want to leave one another's presence, but it is what it is. He's finally getting ready to be seen, and so she gets ready to head out of the hospital. But it's pretty clear that they've kind of rekindled that initial spark from that first failed date. Now, Evan being next we see Evan being discharged from the hospital. And as he's walking out on crutches, he kind of stumbles into a wall. I don't know if he was maybe a little inebriated from maybe some pain meds or whatever, but he kind of stumbles into a wall. And one of the nurses catches him and advises him that, hey, is there someone you can call to come pick you up? You're in no shape to try to drive. He says, yeah, he's going to call someone. He gets on his cell phone and he starts making phone calls. Um, he tries to call a couple of people and come to find out, he walks outside to the valet because he sees the valet driver pulling up in the Tesla. And he's like, my man, I didn't order my car. What are you doing? And then pops up gently. Apparently, she never left. She'd been waiting on him the whole time, which was really a sweet gesture, considering, you know, last year, how she kind of left him hanging. So as the valet brings the Tesla up, she walks up to his surprise and delight, and they head to his place. She gets to drive the Tesla. Now, he lives in this amazingly dope, urban, very artsy, very contemporary Venice Beach apartment. When they go inside, Gently just gazes around in awe. The place is just literally immaculate. He has this huge vinyl album collection. So they put music on and they just chit chat some more over music and a glass of wine. And he gives her the backstory on one of his most favorite classic albums. When she shares that, you know what? It just dawned on me. You know how you're always so starstruck with me traveling? I just realized this is how you travel, through the music. They go through this entire uh, arrangement of music. She's up dancing. They're just kind of hanging out, having fun, and they connect through the music. She helps him to get settled after a while and propped up on the couch. And she finally does apologize for the way the first date ended. She also acknowledges that it was really hard to trust people for her. He accepts her apology and thanks her. And then, they get a little physical. They kind of start making out a little bit. So apparently, the only thing broke here is the foot. Everything else is working just fine. Gently then wanders around. I'm not sure if it's later on that night or if we're now in the late AM hours, but she finds a bra in the other room and she finds a blonde hair. Now, keep in mind, Gently has trust issues. She has man issues and she's almost like a self sabotager. So, even though Evan is everything you'd want in a man or a boyfriend, she was determined to find something to flip out on him about. So, she finds the bra and she tries to pick an argument and leave. He doesn't want her to leave. He doesn't let her leave. In fact, he reminds her of how he didn't trip at the bowling alley when he saw Todd trying to get all physical right in front of him and clearly smash basically at the bowling alley. It works. She listens to reason and they get into some real love making sessions at that moment. And that, my friends, is where episode 2 ended, and they kind of leave us hanging there. So can we just say that I am really feeling this series? It's really um, showing us true Black love, going through ups and downs like any relationship does. However, it is highlighting this young African American couple that come from two very strategically different backgrounds. I am a little bit behind, so I'm going to binge watch episodes 3 and 4 so that I can get brought up to speed and bring those reviews to you. I'm Pandi, and that is it for tonight's review and commentary of Cherish the Day, Season 1, Episode 2. Synthesis is the title. I hope you guys are enjoying it as much as me. And if you didn't do so on your way coming in to watch this video, please take a moment and hit that like button. I would greatly appreciate it. And if you have the ability to do so, please share me out so that more people can join the conversation. All right, you all be blessed. Have a wonderful night. And thanks again for watching. Bye.